right, we are back again with a brand new episode of Another 24. I'm your incredibly handsome host, Taurus Montez, and today I have a very special guest in the building. Now, this guest is a model. She is a reality star. She's from Philadelphia. She is, hanging out with us today to tell her story and give us some insight that maybe we didn't know about. I have the one, the only Miss Paris in the building. How you doing?
Hey y'all. My name is Paris. Of course, we know that now. But I'm from, Philadelphia. I moved here about, I'll say, 6.5 years ago.
Okay.
I came here on a trip.
Oh, for real?
And I never went back.
For real? Dang.
I mean, I went back to get my,
Get
belongings and stuff. But came here on a trip, never went back. Started kind of doing like Airbnb, dipping and dabbing. That's when I really started like my modeling career, video vixen, just modeling, trying to see what I want to do.
Figure out what the city's like.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I get it. So you liked Atlanta that much to want to move here, huh?
Yeah, I think it's a place for opportunity. And people like me who kind of like coming from small places like Philadelphia where it's not much opportunity and support, So people like me, we often gravitate to that because we're not used to it. Yeah. So when I came here, it was like, and I mean, it is opportunity, but It was just kind of like the world that I want to be in. I felt like Atlanta was like, okay, yeah, this is the place for me. I don't belong in Philadelphia at all.
Really? Dang. What was it like growing up in Philly?
It was a little ghetto. I mean, have you seen Philadelphia?
Oh, have I seen it? I've been to Philly a couple of times, but really just passing through the airport.
I mean, so I think Philly is like corporate. So you can make money if you like a lawyer, you going to school, stuff like that. But I mean, like it's overpopulated. The aesthetic just doesn't fit me. Like often I would walk down the street and be like, no, I don't belong here.
Right.
Like I just, I always felt like I was just like, no, I need to be somewhere else. Like,
something different, right?
It's a lot of crime that goes on and, stuff like that. Like a lot of people, because of the poverty, the mindset is really like hater,
Dang.
Like
crabs in a barrel.
Yeah, nobody want to see you win. Rather than when you come to a place like this where, yes, it's poverty, but it's more successful people, So it's kind of like you're not dealing with so much hate.
Right. Well, what part of Philly you from?
Cause South Philadelphia.
South Philly?
Yeah.
Because,
21st.
Huh?
21st and Snyder.
Okay. All right. Yeah. 21st and Snyder. That's where we from, baby. But now we hear a lot of different things about Philly. I was a huge, hip-hop fan. Some of the best rappers are from Philly. You got like Beanie Sigel and them.
Meek
Mill, Cassidy, Will Smith, Philly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we hear a lot of different things about West Philly, North Philly, South Philly. So, it's always interesting to hear about those stories and what it's like growing up there.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart came out of Philly. So
I forgot he was from there.
Yeah.
Even Will Smith. All I know is Meek Mills, Beanie Sigel, Cassidy, but
it seems like a real hip-hop kind of town. Like.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's like they put us on a map a little bit.
Yeah.
They did.
Got it. So you came down to Atlanta. And like, what about it made you just say like, man, I'm about to just move here? Like, was it an experience you had? Did you go to the club? Was you like having fun? What was it?
Okay, so to be honest, after my grandma passed away, she kind of raised me, and when she passed away, I didn't really feel like a need for me to be in like Philadelphia. So I'll say a year after she passed away, I got my own apartment, got my own car, and I had a baby, 18, but I came to Atlanta at 20.
Okay.
So it was like, it's nothing for me here. Like my mom was there, but my grandmama took care of her. So I felt like I was rebirthed a little bit, like I need to do something new. And I kind of just wanted to follow my dreams. Like I didn't want to just work a 9 to 5 and stuff like that. So.
Right.
If she was still alive, it would have been like, okay, well, I have to get back to when I came here on a trip, I got to get back to Philadelphia because of her. But it was just kind of like, this is your time to shine, You
didn't have nothing holding you.
Exactly.
Right. Got it.
Yeah.
So when did the modeling and the reality TV and all of these things, when did that kind of enter the picture?
So realistically, when I was younger, I did a lot of like fashion shows and stuff like that. My grandma, she started me really young. Like I did ballerina. She had me active. Photo shoots, I started when I was 16. So I just used to communicate with like photographers and stuff and be like, oh, I like to, be your muse or whatever. And then one time, someone from New York, they wanted to sign me. But my grandma, she was just like, I don't trust them people.
Yeah.
You know how black people be. I don't trust them people. They do trafficking and stuff. So, younger, I wasn't really in it, but I was being groomed.
Yeah.
So by the time I got older, it was in me a little bit. Like I wanted to be seen. I wanted to make other people feel pretty. Like, okay, if she could be a model, I could do it too, because I feel like everybody's just pretty in their own way, So when I was younger, then when I came to Atlanta, it was like, oh, this rapper wants you to be in his videos. You know how that be. But it really wasn't where I wanted to go. Like I said, I was just like trying things,
Right.
But it was an experience.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, being exposed to different things without it, being traumatic, that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
But we always hear, like your grandma was saying, crazy stuff about like modeling and show business and Hollywood. Have you ever experienced anything crazy, like any of the stories that we be hearing?
Well,
you don't have to go into too much detail.
Yeah, in Atlanta, I say everybody do cocaine. Like,
really?
It's crazy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the rappers, they're just...
What? The rappers be doing cocaine?
Yes, and honestly, even though, like, I was a video vixen, and I don't regret anything, because if I didn't go through the things, I wouldn't be here today. You get what I'm saying? If I would have got signed, who knows where I would have been.
Right.
God's plans, right? But it was like I was around, it was too much drugs, and I don't do drugs. My mom was a drug addict. I don't play around with no drugs. So it was like too much drugs. They treat you like, because they think just because, okay, you're doing a video shoot, you're in that type of vibe,
Right.
But I didn't really go through anything like bad, but just being in that type of environment, it wasn't me. So I'm like, okay, I want to model and I want to do this, that, and the third, but it has to be a way where I can kind of like not do this, but still, not be a video vixen, but still be a model or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I'm not surprised that the drug element is in there. I mean, it's all throughout the music, of course.
Yeah.
And it is glorified and it is, talked about pretty heavily. But the cocaine, that's shocking.
I mean, it's like weed to them, but I'm guessing because they do it so much.
Yeah, that they just...
It's like, before they get on the stage, they taking a hit. It's
crazy.
Right. And I'm not judging nobody,
right.
But I've just seen too much of it, from my mom. So I kind of like, I don't want to put a pill to my mouth. I drink on occasions, and you're not going to see me, pick up no drugs.
Right.
So I don't want to be around it.
Yeah, especially with all these people dying from these fake pills and fentanyl and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But what happened to good old weed, man? Like, dang.
Yeah. I mean, they've been doing it too much. So now it's like, it ain't working. What's next,
Couldn't be me.
And then when that run out, they gonna go to something else.
Right.
That's how it start.
Yeah. So do you go back to Philly often?
Yeah, I am. Okay, so I'm actually going to Philly today, but my kids are down there for the summer with their dad. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been down there in a minute. Prior to my kids, I went down there a couple years ago when my brother passed away, and that was pretty much it. And that was about 5 years ago.
Oh,
but
wow.
So
you turned around, never looked back. You just kept going, huh?
Yeah, because it just seems like, at least like I said, for me, there's nothing there, and my mom or whoever, they come to me, I've been in Philly my whole life, when I'm going to keep going down there for,
Yeah, I get it. So you've mentioned, your mom battling addiction. You've mentioned, your brother passed away.
Yeah.
Now, these are some traumatic
experiences.
Some very traumatic experiences. How have you dealt with stuff like that?
For me, it was more like I don't like to sit inside of like my sadness. So my grandma used to say, nothing lasts forever. So kind of like when you feel it, you went through it. And I kind of look at things like, okay, what can I take from it instead of like just sitting in the sadness, sitting inside of, you know, the hurt, the pain, the grief, or whatever. My mom, she's been a drug addict since I was younger, though. So I wouldn't say I seen it coming, but I kind of did. And crazy thing is, I'll say a couple days before she passed away, she was like, "Oh, you need to get life insurance." So it's kind of like she kind of felt that she, you know, was gonna go through that. So it kind of like mentally set me up. Like, I mean, when I got that phone call, I was still like, you know, sad. That's my mom, you know. But it was just like, okay, yeah, I gotta cry. I had to plan a funeral, and I was pregnant. So it was a lot to deal with, but I'm like, do I want to sit in this sadness? And then when you sit in your sadness, how is the rest of your days going to go?
Exactly.
You're going to attract sad shit. Like, you know, you're going to attract negativity and everything else.
Right.
So, I mean, I went through it, and, you know, I took my showers, and I sat down, and I thought about all the good and the bad. Then I also remember everything happens for a reason.
It does.
It does, you know, and I've took my mom in too. So it was kind of like, okay, well, this is preparing me for something like greater, you know, rather than just, oh my God, my mom, she's gone.
Right.
I'm gonna be a lunatic, you know. I'm gonna go smoke and drink and get high and stuff.
Yeah, you can't let stuff like that keep you down. Like,
can't let it define you. I always tell people, what you go through does not define you. It's the introduction.
Facts.
So it is, because it made me, that's why I'm here right now. Like, I'm able to probably help somebody else out who's going through the same thing, who thinks it's the end of the world, you know, but it's really not.
Yeah, and I think that just speaks to like the resilience of a person, you know what I mean? So some people, when they go through hard things like that, you know, very traumatic experiences, they compare the rest of what they go through to those traumatic things. Yeah. And when you do that, you realize it's a lot of stuff that's not that serious.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and I want to add on to that. It's like a generational thing, right? Because it was a reason why my mom had an addiction. So she went through something, or she was trying to mask something, right? Instead of going through it and moving from it.
Right.
You know, she let it define her.
Yeah, trying to cope.
She tried to cope. So if I would have tried to cope, it would have just been a cycle.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's normally how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah. So man, I know that was just a tough thing to go through. Have you had an opportunity to do like therapy or counseling or anything like that?
Well, when I was pregnant with my daughter in 2023, just because of the hormones before my mom passed away, this didn't have nothing to do with her. I took therapy because of like just life stuff. But I mean, I realized like I make my world, you know? So it helps to talk to people. Right. But I don't like to do nothing where I need, like, I know everybody needs somebody, but I like to handle things on my own. Like, if I go through something, I don't want to be like, oh my God, I need to talk to my therapist or I'm going to lose it. So it was good.
Dependent.
Yes. And that's because of my background too. Like, I don't want to depend on the rain sounds to go to sleep. You know, right. I just want to be able to find that peace within me. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I had a therapist for about, I'll say 2 months, and honestly, it was gossip for me. Really? Like, it was like, I didn't really have no friends, so it was kind of like, oh, girl, let me tell you what, you know, my baby dad did. It wasn't really like, you know, I don't know how to handle this. Because at a young age, you know, I was in foster care before too, so I've learned how to be kind of like dependent of my emotions. You know, like depend on myself. Yeah. Like, you know.
And I think that, you know, a lot of people, because I was the same way. I grew up an only child. My mom worked all the time. So when there's nobody there, it's just like, well, you don't have nobody else to really depend on.
Yes.
But I will say that's not always the healthiest way to do things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So not saying, you know, your approach is wrong or anything, but
Yeah.
I've just noticed that within myself that, you know, sometimes it is helpful to share.
Yeah.
It is helpful to get things off your chest
I agree.
and talk about things because
Yeah.
you don't want to just walk around holding all of that stuff in,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Well, I wouldn't say holding it in, but
Mhm.
I kind of deal with it in my own way.
Yeah.
Like and sometimes I'll be like, I'm so sad, and I wonder why, and I'll be like, okay, maybe you just massing some shit. You need to go write it down. You need to go to the water. You know.
Right.
Yeah, it helps. Water is energy.
It is for
Mhm.
sure, for sure. Just the sound of it,
Yeah,
just hearing it, just
the
whoosh.
vibrations.
Yes,
Yes.
right. Most of our bodies is water,
Yeah.
so it kind of makes sense.
You might know something.
Yeah. I know a little song. I did go to college, you know. I
Right.
got a little
You know the
education.
important stuff that you need to know. Okay.
Facts. So, you mentioned being in the foster care system,
Yeah.
which I mean, I'm sure that's like just another layer to everything else
Mhm.
that you went through. And I feel I don't know much about
Mhm.
the system at all,
Yeah.
but we do hear some bad things.
Yeah.
You know, but then at the same time, it's like there's people out there who are open to caring for children who need it.
Yeah.
So, what was your experience like? You don't have to
Yeah.
share as much as you like.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I said, for me, it's more about helping others, you know,
Mhm.
not just, so I don't, you know, I'll keep it brief. But,
Right.
I mean, how I got in the system was by not a family member, but a close friend of the family, my uncle's
Mhm.
baby mother. So, more of the story, you know, she made up a bunch of lies just to get me to kind of like get money for me. My mom let her babysit me. But I was living with my grandmom and I was with my mom for the weekend. So my grandmom just technically didn't have custody of me. So, you know, it's
Yeah.
a whole process you got to go through with that.
Right.
When they saying, oh, well, her mom is on drugs anyway and stuff.
Yeah.
So I started staying with her. It was good in the beginning. And this is a close friend to the family.
Mhm.
I started getting bullied. Her daughters was throwing my clothes in piss before school.
What?
It was bad and a whole bunch of other stuff. But after that, I started running away and they put me into another home. So in the process, my grandma was kind of going to court trying to get like custody of me, even though I was living there. They just was like, well, it's not on paper. So
Right.
you got to go through the
Yeah,
system.
right.
You know?
That make it legit.
Yeah, just because she made up all these lies and then, you know.
Shit.
So the other foster home I was in, that's when I like, I don't know, like I've experienced like drinking and I started smoking and the tattoo. It was just like, it turned me out. Not in a bad way, but I was just like exposed to a lot that my grandma never like exposed me to. Like I never even watched TV at my grandma's house. So it was kind of like, well, I did, but it was like Disney Channel.
It was rare, yeah.
I just seen Friday 2 years ago. So
What?
yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I was exposed to, you know, parties and boys and all this other stuff, and she was not that abusive, but she used to try me sometimes.
The foster parent?
Yeah, she used to try me sometimes.
Man, the fuck?
You know, and just favoritism because she had 2 other daughters.
Yeah.
So I grew up just like being like the outcast kind of,
Mhm.
you know, and I think that's where my like thrill to be seen so much comes from too, and help other people,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
So just moving forward from that, I ran away again, and they just was like, okay, let her go back home. We'll figure the rest of the stuff out. But that's how messed up the system is too,
Dang.
you know,
Right.
because it's a money game for them. Yeah.
'Cause they get money for being foster parents.
Yeah, and then people, and I think the social workers get money too, just for putting you in there, and however the case may be. So I ended up going back home, but I was turned out.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma was like, she used to be like, "You the devil." She used to be like, say little stuff like that, and I mean, I was wearing all black, and when I look back now, I didn't think I was like traumatized, but I was. Like I was like a little far gone, you know.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah, and that's how it is with kids though. They go through so much, and while they're in it, they don't know like, okay, this is going to have an impact on me when I get older, until you start going through it, you know.
Right.
So yeah, it kind of shaped me, but when I snapped back and my grandma got sick, it brought me back to me, the loving, the caring person, you know, the polite little girl who was scared to say a curse word,
Right.
stuff like that. So that's why I said everything happens for a reason too.
Yeah.
But
So it was a phase you kind of went through that was
Yes.
triggered by what you were experiencing in the system.
Yeah,
Well, that's good. You got back to yourself. I know it took probably a sad incident for that to happen.
Yeah.
That you came back around, right?
A little.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, because, you know, we always hear the craziest stories.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, a lot of that is just fear mongering. They're trying to scare people.
Yeah.
But, you know, these are real stories. These are real people and
Yeah.
real experiences that people are having going through these things. So, you know, it's always better to have a firsthand source.
Yes. Somebody who's been in it.
Right,
You know?
right. And
Right.
that, you know, I'm sure that just gives you a lot it gives you a lot of drive. And like you said, a lot of purpose of, you know, how you want to handle things and how you want to help people handle things going through the same thing, right?
Yeah. Even for my kids, like, you know, people talk about generational curses. Oh yeah, we breaking generational curses with well, financial, you know,
Mhm.
but what
Sure.
about mentally, you
Yeah.
know? So when I raise my kids so differently because of the things that I've been
Right.
through,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want, and I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm a
Yeah.
work in progress,
Yeah,
okay?
nobody's perfect.
Right. So what I'm just saying is I've learned from life and, you know, situations and things in that nature. I milk the game and I teach it to my kids.
Okay.
So now my son is not getting his ass whooped for writing on a wall or dropping a cup of juice.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just certain things. Like, I'm not, you know, I'm asking, how was your day? And, you know, I'm talking to my daughter politely. I'm working through things instead of, you know, I seen a meme and it was like, when you tell black people you depressed, and they be like, you ain't depressed, go do them
Right.
dishes. Like, I mean,
But that's real though, because I had did, you know, I talked about this story before, but I had did counseling before, right?
Okay.
A couple therapy sessions or whatever, and you know, it was like, it was kind of the opposite. She was like, because a lot of times what we'll do is we will downplay some of the stuff that we went through,
yes.
and we'll act like, well, it just wasn't that bad because we normalized it, which is a problem as well.
It's a big problem.
But sometimes it is healthy to say, you know what, this was messed up. I
Right.
didn't like, this was not an ideal situation for me to go through, and it had an impact on me that was negative.
Right.
And it's okay to admit that. It's okay to say, yeah, that's what happened.
Yes.
But you know, our parents, you know, the generation before us, they was like, man, you got a roof over your head, you got a bed, you got
Right.
clothes, you got food, ain't nothing wrong with you.
Just being tolerated.
Right.
They just,
Right.
oh,
right.
I'm that's why I always tell people, like, are you tolerating your kids, or are you actually
Do you love
raising
right.
them?
Yeah.
Because I was tolerated. I mean, I think my grandma tried her best,
Yeah.
but moving forward, like with my mom and stuff, I think I was tolerated. Like, I never had nobody say, well, my grandma, she, you know, how was your day and stuff like that. But for as a mom, you know, or a dad or something, like, the people that matters really to the, like, are you okay today?
Right.
You know,
Right.
you feeling, you said, let's go take a walk.
Yeah, just having that extra effort put into you, it makes
Yeah.
a huge difference.
Not,
Makes a huge difference.
yeah, you know, well, you know, I really want to get McDonald's today. We got food at home. Like, I can't take a break from the food at home.
Right.
Like, I'm a human being too.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just, you know, it starts small, like
Yeah.
little small stuff like that makes a big difference for a child. It really
Yeah,
does.
For
you know?
sure. Like, and this is probably very problematic to say, but when they say that part of being a good father is like just being there, like that is so true.
It is true.
That is so true. I mean, don't be an asshole. Like,
Right.
don't be abusing your kids, beating them up and shit like
Right.
that. But just being a presence, just being there, having just giving a child the idea that they have a male protector around them that they can reach
Being impressed
and
with.
see. Right. That is just so important, especially a lot of us who didn't grow up with fathers.
Yeah.
We don't know what that's like. And a lot of us become overprotective because we didn't have that.
Yeah. It's like you guys are grown, even me as a parent, like you grow with your child.
Yeah.
Like nobody has it figured out.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
give a fuck
yeah.
how many parents and books you
Yeah.
read.
Yeah, it's impossible.
But you're grown with your child, so and I'm gonna be off this after this, but it's kind of like, have your parent ever said, I'm sorry for doing this? They never said that, right? So it's okay to do it's not okay to do messed up stuff to kids, but I'm saying, like,
you're not gonna be perfect, you're gonna make mistakes.
Yeah, you're gonna make mistakes, but where does that accountability come in? Like, okay, yeah, I ain't had to hit you for that. I'm sorry, man. Let's go get some ice. Like,
right, yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I say I'm sorry to my son. He be like, Mom, you're rude. I'm mad. I'm stressing over probably an electric bill or something.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyler, get out my face, because kids don't care about nothing. Right. Your car could be getting repoed and they jumping on the bed, right? Yeah. So if I yell at him or anything, I'll come back and be like, you know what? My bad. Mm-hmm. You want to go to the park? Mm-hmm. Sorry. Instead of just coming in with some food or something. Like, take that accountability, Exactly. Like, yeah, I was a little rude to you. I didn't have to say it like that.
Right. Right. But
tell me about myself sometimes.
Not too much now.
It ain't what you say, is how you say it.
Yeah, don't get too much dip on your chip.
That's that dad stuff right there.
Exactly. Okay, so you're on a reality TV show. What's it called?
So it's Uplift TV. Okay. So they are doing reality shows based off uplifting women. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to just bring awareness to females like me, and it's kind of like people who went through things in life, and it's like the upcoming. Mm-hmm. So like you don't look like what you've been through, or whatever the case may be. Right. They're trying to just show the inside of even starting a reality show. Like we're actually producing it ourselves too, so we're coming up with the ideas. Okay. We're working together. That's what the show is about.
That's
so
cool.
It's women empowerment, and I believe it's Black owned as well. So
all right. Well, if you need a handsome guy, it's a role for me somewhere. Uh-huh. Just throwing that out there.
I think so too.
But what's the difference between being yourself in a reality show and being on camera? Is there a difference there?
The difference is being myself and being on the camera. I mean, not really. I really put it on the floor. Okay. It's not a big difference. Mm-hmm. I mean, of course, they're not going to see me roll out of bed, right. Little stuff like that. But just who I am as a person pretty much stays the same. Mm-hmm. Like I have my moments. I'm not perfect. I'm a work in progress.
Facts.
But I'm the same person on and off camera. Like, I'm still female at the end of the day. I still have the characteristics of, she gossip or she's did this. I'm still a person, but I'm still me, which is the things that I've been through, which, turned me to be the person I am today,
Yeah, that's good, because a lot of times when we watch these reality shows, we can tell that they just be putting people in certain positions to have them act a certain way. Yeah. And, it's like, scripted. It's reality TV, but it's really fake. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. So how has that experience? Have they tried? Well, I'm sure they haven't, because this seems like a different type of show. Yeah. So have they, I guess you're a part of it too. You're producing the show, so you're not gonna put yourself through anything crazy like that.
Like I told them, we're going to go through things, right, on the show. Mm-hmm. We've already started filming already, but we're going to go through things, and they're big on okay, we don't want to be like Zeus Network and stuff like that. And I'm not that type of girl. I was just telling my friend yesterday, I said, listen, somebody play with me, I'm calling the cops. Anybody in blue. Like, I have stuff to lose. I don't play them type of games. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's going to be things. It's just how you go about it. Exactly. Just like I was telling you, a recap on my life. Shit is going to happen. Yeah. But how you going to handle it?
Exactly.
So I said, we can show, we're going to go through things like it's a house full of girls. Mm. But we're going to come to a, a proper game plan where we're like, okay, well, I didn't like that you were shady, because I could be a little shady. That's my personality. Mm-hmm. I didn't like that you said that to me, but we can talk about it. Right. You ain't got to come over here and pull my earring out my hair. Right. It can be something that's talked about.
Yeah, good. Yeah. We can be civil about the situation.
Real life situations, though. Right, it can't be just all unicorns and stuff like that, you know?
Right. So do you think that the experience has been something that has helped you, I guess, grow as a person? Has it helped you see like different paths for yourself and what else is possible?
Well, as I told you before, I did want to, do a talk show or whatever the case may be. But it helped me maneuver with females a little bit more. Growing up, I really had a hard time with females, and not because of me. Maybe a little. My mouth can be a little wild sometimes, but I'm still a child of God. But just be a little more sensitive to stuff, like, rather than, saying, like she looks a mess. Just, like, not be so judgmental all the time. Like, I'm very sincere when it comes to, like, people and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's just how I can come off a little, and I don't like when people do that to me.
Yeah.
But it's how I grew up, too. Like, my grandma, she was really nice, nasty. Like, she straight up told me, like, your mom was on drugs. So you can't be out here. She ain't say it like that. She was like, you a crack baby, so you can't be out here doing. And she never cursed, but everything she said was so, like, sharp with the tongue. So as I got older, I'm, like, a little sharp, and I'll say something like, I could tell you didn't have your dad around.
Damn.
But I've learned to kind of, like, that's not okay.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'll feel bad for you that you didn't, but because I'm a human being, it'll still come out my mouth. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's just taught me how to deal more with, like, females, and they're gravitating to me more. Like,
Right.
I normally don't get compliments like, oh, you're so pretty or whatever. Now females are like, it's a change within. So now it's starting to show outside, And then you just, like I said, it's not because of me too. You just got some females who are just haters, or they got their own shit they need to figure it out, and they portray it back on you,
Right.
Females are catty, I'm telling you.
I mean, hey, I know. I know. Just, being involved with females from relationship standpoint and things like that is just certain things you just start to realize when you around
especially around that time of the month. You be like,
yeah. That's the I'm not even gonna I'm gonna just leave that alone. But but yeah, I mean, it is, dealing with women can be tough sometimes.
Yeah.
It really can be, because it's like you guys are so sensitive, but then again,
Cunty.
then you'll have a sharp tongue, and it's like,
so you be like,
how you gonna be both, right?
Right, like, pick a side.
Right,
That's how it be.
They really do be like that, and it's just like, okay, well, and then like with I might just cut this out of the interview, but like dealing with, women in a relationship standpoint, where like disrespect starts to get involved and stuff like that, and then it's like, well, you still love them, you still want to be with them, type thing, and it's like, well, things are good now, okay, this is going good, but then in the back of your mind, you're always like,
next week
something
she gonna
about
be on 10.
something about to come, so you can never really get comfortable. And that's what that I've run into that.
I agree. And I'm single right now, right? So I always think, like, I'm 27, but the only guy I really dealt with was my child's father. And we grew up together. But, like, I've dealt with other guys, since we broke up. And it's like nobody, and I don't think I have a major attitude problem, but I don't know, like, is it me? Guys be like, you too much.
Really?
And I be like, how?
Well, I mean, what do they say?
What do they say? What you just said? Is it that?
I mean, I'm not gonna. Hey, don't see you trying to trick me. You're trying to trick me.
You said all females.
I'm not saying all females, but you're not about to get me on here saying something crazy. But no, like, I haven't. I don't. Obviously, we just met, so I don't know. I haven't experienced you in that way, but it could be that. You don't think it's anything that you said or did, or that you could have been like, ooh, yeah, that was a little bit.
I don't know. I think because I was in a relationship for so long where it was like my way or the highway, I could come off a little like, you don't like me. You
Really?
didn't do this for me. You can't like me. Because I was in a relationship with somebody who did whatever I needed him to do because the love he had for me. So sometimes when I date these guys and they're so like, and it's not just money stuff. It's just like, I don't know. I just feel like men are not that like, not submissive, but like suckers for females no more. Like I don't know. It's
But
just,
is that what you want though?
I don't want a yes man.
Right.
I would hate that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I want somebody to make me feel like I'm doing this, like, where's the sacrifice or anything? You know what I'm saying? You like somebody, that's just like if I was to date a guy and he lives 50 minutes away, like, I don't normally drive 50 minutes, but I like you. So,
Right.
I haven't ran across somebody who's actually like took that extra step to be like, okay, baby, I did this for you.
Okay.
I pulled up on a horse because I'm just kidding.
So, okay. I mean, there's obviously a lot going on there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to see you
I'm not
trying to trick
saying
me.
that. I'm just saying you're dating a female. You like her. You're going to show her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like guys want to be chased nowadays. Let's sum that up. Guys want to be chased.
I mean, I don't agree with that, but I don't date guys, so I don't know.
I know.
But then, I mean, there might be something to that, though. It might be, maybe he dealt with something that just kind of messed him up, too.
That trauma, I mean? that trauma, child.
But yeah, I think, dating right now and relationships and stuff right now is just, it's impossible. Like, it's literally impossible. It's tricky because you got social media telling you this. You got the person you're dealing with telling you that. And then you got your inner voice telling you another thing. So it's like,
you got the flesh saying one thing.
Yeah.
You got God like, listen. But my thing is, I think it's where you date too. So Atlanta, the city of Atlanta, I mean, I feel like if you date outside, probably like I don't know, outside of Atlanta, it would be okay. But I don't, it's just like in the age difference, like I don't date young. I don't. It's too much.
I mean, there's a lot of women here too. That's another thing.
The options. That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of that going around too. So you kind of gotta. But yeah, I mean, I think men, we've gotten the short end of the stick for a long time when it comes to dating. We had, it's women that'll they'll deal with you just so you can take them out, and then they don't really like you.
I hear so much of that.
It happens, and then like it's time to like progress things, and they're like, oh well, I don't know, and I don't think it's time, and I don't really feel like
like what you waiting for,
right? Exactly. But then it's like, oh, but you still want to act like we in a relationship type stuff. So it's just like there's a lot of that going around.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. Guys hold the keys to commitment, right? Yeah. We hold the key to sexual desires. Right. We can walk outside and say, well, 100 guys could come at us, but they'll want to have sex with us. Right. But when it comes to time to commit, it's only one. But females be so big-headed, like, oh, well, I can have any man I want. No, you can have sex with any man you want.
Right, exactly.
But when it comes time to put a ring on it or be like, oh, mom, look, this is my girlfriend or whatever the case may be, it's not a lot of that going on.
Yeah, it's not.
So I feel like if a female has a guy that she do like, like you said, if she do like the guy and he's willing to commit, why not? Because it's going to be the same shit, just a different day.
Yeah, facts.
Like, I'm saying, I've been only dating for a year, and it's terrible.
Damn.
Like, I just...
Terrible is crazy.
I mean, it's not that bad. The dates
it could be
that
bad. Right. There's always room for improvement.
Yeah. But it's not what I, expected. And I ask my friends, like, how are you still single? I see why. Yeah. Too many games and...
Well, if you've been dealing with like one person for a long time, you kind of get used to that person and how they operate. And then you might deal with somebody else who operates a completely different way, and you're like, whoa,
right?
What is this?
What is this?
Yeah, what the hell? Like, I'm not used to this shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, you'll find what you're looking for out there. I wholeheartedly believe that.
Yeah, just a dominant man that makes some money, of course. And somebody, not a yes man, but somebody that can put in some effort to show me, and I think I need that level of like effort too, because I come from kind of like where people didn't show no effort. So now it's like, even if a guy be like, I like you, I'll be second guessing like, do this nigga really like me? You know? So I, just because of the type of person I am, I need you to like really like show me, you know?
You don't show him too?
I mean, I do what I can.
You do what you can. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it depends on the guy, you know?
Okay.
Like,
Don't sound like a yes.
his yeah, of course.
Okay.
I'm able, you know, to make some sacrifices.
Okay.
You know, but I'm not bending over backwards. You get what I'm saying?
See, that's tough. But you want him to bend over backwards.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, I'm not chasing nobody. As a man, they're leaders.
Yeah.
So you lead, I follow. This is a man's world, right?
That's a fact.
So that's what I mean. Like, I do what so you show me, you know, that you like me or whatever the effort, and, you know, I'll go from that. I'll go from there.
Okay.
You know, I'm just not.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I think the biggest thing is, of course, communication.
Yeah.
As always, you know.
Consistency.
Yeah. Managing your expectations. And
that's a big one.
Yeah, that's the biggest one, probably. Managing the expectations, because, you know, you could be expecting one thing, but somebody might not be capable of that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
You got to pick your poison, though.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going to be perfect, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So what's next for you? You got the reality show. You got your modeling career. What else is on the horizon for Miss Paris?
Just becoming the biggest ever. Just, you know, developing my talk show or whatever the case may be. I'm looking to get into real estate next year. Okay. So that is just kind of like a generational wealth thing I want to have going on, but it's not something I really have a passion in. You know, I want to do something that I really enjoy doing so I can keep doing it, you know. Right. But as far as just like making sure my kids is straight and my family will, you know, eventually be good. Yeah. 6 years from now or whatever the case may be, you know, I want to do real estate. I'll start off as a real estate agent, and then once I get my money up, and then I'll go into maybe new construction or whatever the case may be.
Investing.
Yes, I'll be an investor.
There we go.
But just, you know, no telling how things will go, even from today on. Like, I be thinking small and God be thinking so big. So I could be like, oh, well, I want to do this, and tomorrow you just don't know, you know? So however it go, my plans is just kind of like make an impact on people, show people it's like, if I did it, you can do it. You know, people that's going through domestic, you know, anything, addiction, a lot of things. I haven't been through addiction and stuff, but I think I've been through a lot of stuff enough to say, even things I didn't mention, enough to say, like, listen, it's possible. Yeah. Don't let it, you know, define you. You got this one day at a time, because when I look back last year, I be like, I look at pictures, I be like, damn, I remember this day, but I look good. I still got up and took the kids to the park, you know? So, yeah, like, you just keep going, like, literally, and do things that make you feel good. Like, I stayed in the shelter before, right? This was actually recently, like, last year. But when me and her dad broke up, it was, like, a whole thing. But I got up every day, and you would not be able to look at me and be like, this girl stays in the shelter. Like, you'll be like, okay, she got it going on. But that's just that resilience and me just knowing, like, it's not going to last forever. Like, 4 weeks from now, anything can happen. Exactly. I don't know where, and it did.
Life can change.
It can change fast. And even me getting out the shelter, I had got $1,000 voucher from somebody. Wow. Like, that's why I say the plans be small, and I was thinking, I'm going to save my money and do Uber Eats and just a whole bunch of stuff. Like, you could be up and then down one moment. Like, it doesn't matter. So just me getting up and showing up every day and showing my kids, like, this is how you do it. I could have went back home and slept on a couch of my aunt's. Or I could have did anything. I could have got one of these guys to get a hotel and been getting, you know, screwed. Just a lot of, I could have did a lot of stuff, but I didn't. So it's like, if I could do it, you can do it. And then it starts within you, you know? So you make a change, somebody else makes a change, you know, just by somebody hearing this talk right here, it might help them, you know?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Well, listen, you know, we're going to be supporting everything you do. We're going to be watching every move you make. And, you know, I hope that everything that you wish for happens 10 times over.
Yeah,
okay?
I do too.
Yeah,
Amen.
and it will. It will. It will.
Divine timing.
Divine timing. Yeah, definitely
Yes.
looking forward to seeing you on the TV screen.
Yeah.
And all of those things that you do, and, you know, your talk show and
Yeah.
your podcast, wink, wink,
Right.
and all of that. So,
Funny too.
yeah.
Huh?
So thank you for pulling up to the show, and we're gonna be watching. All right?
Yes.
All
Thank
right.
you for having me.
Thank you, and that's a wrap.